we're gonna wait for a few people to hop on. But if you're watching the replay, please say where you're watching from. But we're gonna work some water. We're gonna work with some watercolor tonight. Okay. And it looks like my picture is sideways, isn't it? Let's see if we can fix that. Which way does it need to go? Give me 1 second. I'm trying to adjust the picture here. There we go. Alright. I see PD Pie Designs and Miss Southern Belle. Hi guys! I'm just getting set up here. So you can talk amongst yourselves for a second. Can y'all hear me okay? Okay. I guess that looks a little bit better, huh? Can you see me okay? Okay, you can hear me. I wish it would, like, let me turn my camera the other way. Does that make sense? Alright, so we're going to wait 1 more minute before we get started. There's Bex. Hi, Bex. Everything is good. Good, good, good. Alright, so last week when I did a live stream, there was a couple people that were interested in me teaching them how to do this watercolor. Okay, can you see? So, when I break it down, it is very simple to do, so I hope people will follow along with me. So how's everyone doing today? Did you all see my Dollar Tree video I posted earlier today? It's beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, I braved the smoke today, and I went to Dollar Tree, and I'm glad that I did, because when I got there, they had some Halloween stuff out. Well, they had quite a bit out, but the lady said that was only half of what they were going to receive. So I'm like, whew, maybe I'll wait 1 more week and come back. You just saw the winter video. Yeah, I posted earlier today. So if you go to my page, you should be able to find it. It's labeled Halloween Dollar Tree Haul in Boise, Idaho. Code orange. Alright, I see there's 7 people in there. Alright, so it's after 6 now, so we'll get started. Alright, you're on Tony's Witchy Arts and Crafts, and I'm Tony. Hi, hello. I am going to show everyone how to paint a really simple sunset watercolor painting today. Yeah, you're right, Bex. Code Orange, yay! I get really excited this time of year. I really do. I love seeing all the Halloween stuff pop out in the stores. Okay. So before we get started, I want to let everybody know what I will be using today in case you guys are curious. So I'm gonna need to use some washi tape, and I'm using some washi tape that I don't really care about much. Okay. I'll be using a Sharpie, and this is going to be a fine point. Am I in frame? It's a fine point. I'm going to use 3 different paint brushes. This is a flat, and then I have a small skinny point, and then like a medium skinny point. Which this paintbrush number is a 12. This tiny one is a 2, and this medium one is a 6. When it comes to using any kind of products, I have all kinds of different brands in my art room. It does not matter to me what I use as long as it works properly. Okay. I have a little squirt bottle full of water that I will be using. Off to the side I have a cup of water and a paper towel. And then I'll be using a watercolor paper pad here. Like I said, it does not matter what brand it is. I got this at Walmart. As long as it's watercolor paper, it should work just fine. I don't care about brand names because I usually tend to go for what's cheap and what I can get my hands on. And you will need some kind of watercolor palette. Here's mine. It's all messy. Oh, there's Gwen. Hi, Gwen. So how many of you are going to paint along with me? Or are you going to watch the replay on your own time and try to paint? Okay, so before we get started on the picture, there's some terms that I might be using, and I wanted to show you guys what I mean. My mouth is dry today. So there's a term that I use a lot is wet on wet on dry, and dry on dry. And I'll show you what I mean by that. Okay, so dry on dry just means you're picking up some paint. We'll use some blue paint here. And it's not typically dry paint, it's just somewhat fluid, but not loaded with water. And I'm using a dry paintbrush on dry paper. So, okay, so when it's dry on dry, you'll get some breakage. Can you guys see that? See if I'm in frame. Can you see the breakage? That's dry on dry. Okay. Now wet on dry means I'm putting a little bit more fluid in my water, or in my paint. Okay, so then there's more water in the paint on dry paper. Okay, so you should not see any breakage. very, very liquidy, very fluid. Okay. Now, wet on wet means my paint is nice and saturated with water, and my paper is going to be saturated with water. So when I pick up the paint and put it on, it's going to bleed and move around. You see that? Most of us, I'm pretty sure most of us already know these terms because we work with inks and dyes and tea stain stuff. We know. But just in case someone didn't, I just wanted to show that real quick. I got my table wet. Hello, hello! I see some more people are popping in. Okay, so if you missed the beginning, I'm gonna show everyone how to paint this tonight. Okay. Alright, so now I'm gonna get my paper pad and find an empty page. As you pop in, say hi to everyone. Tell us where you're from. Okay, so with the washi tape, I like to give all my pictures a nice clean border. I don't like to go straight to the edge, because most of the time I will end up framing these or selling them to someone, and they like to put them in frames too. So I'm going to put a border washi tape all the way around, because then when we're done with our picture, we can pull the washi tape off. You have a nice clean edge. I think it looks more professional, personally. And while you're doing this step, take your water bottle and spray your watercolor paints first so they have a chance to activate. You can get more pigment out of your paints when they're been sprayed with water. When I was young and first started working with watercolor, nobody told me that. I've only learned that technique over the last 7 years here on YouTube. I saw other people doing it, and when I tried it, I was like, oh, they're right, it works. I love it, and I've used it ever since. So you just learned it right now, right? Even if you have a really cheap paint set, watercolor paint set, if you just wet it first before using it, you're gonna get so much more color out of it when you put your paintbrush in it. Like, it's amazing. Okay, so now I just make sure that my washi tape is down nice and good, because we don't want the water or the paint to get underneath the washi tape. I mean, it happens sometimes, but we want that nice clean edge, so just make sure that's down nice and good. Okay, so we're going to start with the background of this picture, okay? All this background color is done with the technique wet on wet, okay? So I'm going to take my spray bottle, and I'm going to spray the whole background. Spray, 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 spray. Because we want the color to move around and look very fluent, like flowy. Does that make sense? Sometimes I make up my own terms too. Let's see if I can move this camera over just a little bit more. Did that help any? There we go. That's a little bit better. Okay, so in this corner right here, I'm going to start with a red, and I'm going to kind of just work it down a little bit. Or let's start with our lighter color first. So let's start with a yellow. Okay, so I've got yellow in my paintbrush, and I'm just gonna kind of let it move around. And don't mind me if I get super quiet. Sometimes I like to focus really hard and I lose my words. Does that happen to anyone? So you can see there's no rhyme or reason. I'm just putting, and you notice that I'm putting the color in a diagonal, okay? I'm not going straight across like this, because when we start adding more color to the background, I bumped the camera again. When we start adding more color to the background, we want kind of a flow. Okay, so now I'm going to go in. I think I used an orange up in this corner. And if you think your paper is too dry, you can go back in and spray it some more. Let's go in with red. Now I'm going to take just some of that color and just work it through that yellow just a little. And if it's still pretty wet, then that color should start to bleed and blend a little bit. Can you see that background? Here, I'll bring it up to the camera just a little bit better here. There you go. Okay, so now down here we're going to put some purple. So getting kind of dry down here. And I can't remember what kind of purple I used. But I don't want it dark down here. I want it kind of light. So I'm going to go in with a light purple. And then I'll keep adding color. about how dark I want it. Now, I see that I've got some puddling going on, is where all my water wants to collect, and so I'm going to take a little bit of toilet paper and just lift that up just a little bit. And then I will go and continue blending those colors a little. Thank you, Miss Southern Bella. I keep hitting the camera. Okay, so I think I'm just about done here. Alright, so now I'm going to clean off my brush. I'm going to dab it just a little bit. I'm going to make sure that the brush is not dripping with water. But I'm going to go back in and kind of soften this line a little bit with no color on it. There we go. Now, at this stage, you could walk away, because for our next steps, we're going to need the background completely dry. Okay, so I'm going to take a heat gun to it, but if you're doing this at home, watching my replay, then you could walk away, have lunch, do some laundry or something, and then come back to it later, or you can heat set it. So, sorry for the noise. If you don't like the noise, mute it for a second, because I'm going to turn this noisy thing on. Alright, I think that looks good. Let me unplug it here. Gotta plug my tablet back in so my tablet doesn't die in the middle of a live stream. really embarrassing. Hold on, I'm reading your comment here. Doesn't matter what kind of paper. You know what? Like I said at the beginning, I use any kind of watercolor paper I can get my hands on. I'm not one of those people that have to have the top of the line of products. The paper pad, the watercolor paper pad I'm using right now, I get at Walmart. So no, to me it doesn't matter. Okay. So, am I explaining everything okay so far? Are you guys able to do this? I want to make sure that I'm making it, simple. Thank you, Gwen. Some kind of watercolor grid. Okay, so now that our background is dry, we're going to go in and so the way our point of view is, it's like we're sitting in the grass underneath some trees. So we're going to see the trees kind of in front of us, around us, okay? And how I go about putting these down is I'm going to go with the lighter color first because we want the light color in the background because we're underneath the tree, so the darker colors are going to be forward first, okay? So I'm going to show you how to do that first. So we're going to go in with the medium brush, which is a number 6. And I think the light color I started with was just a light orange or a medium orange. Let me grab some water first. Tell you what, guys, this smoke coming into our valley is just, it's horrible. And the sun over here looks orange, like a deep orangish red, because it's so thick. And today I can't even see the sun when I was out today. Okay, so to put these leaves down, I kind of just do like a blotching motion. These are very simple. So we just go in, start. Like I said, this picture is really simple. And I'm just using the wet on dry technique. I'm just blotting them on. Because by the time we're all said and done, it looks just like leaves. I just kind of go around the frame here. Have you guys seen Michael's Halloween paper pads online yet? I just saw them. Was it last night or the night before? It was last night. I think it was. If you go to Michael's online store and type in Recollections Halloween paper pads, they should pop up. You guys should tell me what you guys think of them. I am going to get a couple of them here in a few weeks. I'm going to wait. Because I'll get a coupon in the mail too, or in my email box that I'll use on them. Because I don't ever pay full price for anything. We use coupons a lot in this house. Okay. Alright, can you see kind of where the purple kind of begins in the sky here? Between the purple and the yellow? We want to come down that far. And then stop. But all I'm doing is just dab, dab, dab. Dab, 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 dab. This is my technique. Dab, 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 dab. And I kind of go out a little bit and then back in and out a little bit, kind of like if there's branches coming out a little bit, you can see what I'm doing. And a lot of this is kind of like feeling too. Feeling how the picture is making you feel. I kind of paint like that quite a bit actually. When I'm painting, I'm like, how is this making me feel? Oh wait, you guys are speaking way too fast. Look online first. Before you guys leave the house, look online and see if it's if they're available in your store near you. That's what I do, so I don't have to waste a trip. You know. I could just order one, it says, but I really want to go in and look. And they do have one in a store, I think it's 3 towns over from me, but I don't want to have to travel to go get them. So I'm going to wait until they're in my store, just right around the corner pretty much. Okay, so now that we got our dark orange down, he'll just have them shipped to you. There you go. You know what? If I get impatient, then maybe I'll just go down this and or have them shipped too. Especially if the smoke doesn't go away. Okay, I think I have enough of the orange on there, so I'm gonna go to my dark red and start putting that over the top. And it's okay if this section isn't dry yet. Just keep in mind when you start putting your red on, don't like smear it together. Just put it on. Yeah. You'll see my technique. And I'm going right over the top of the orange, but I'm going to make sure that I don't cover the orange up all the way. We want it peeking in between the red. And then we can even bring some of the red out a little bit. And you can make some of your dabs smaller to look like little leaves are coming out. You don't go to the store until it's absolutely necessary. That was kind of with me in the Dollar Tree today. I've been watching the Dollar Tree online store near me really closely, and I noticed that some of the Halloween stuff that they have online said that they had them available in stores. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'm ready to risk it and go. And so I went. Alright, does anyone have any questions about the painting so far? Is it simple enough? I think I might do some... Is anyone else interested in watercolor painting pictures? Because I'm thinking on Saturdays at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, I might do these painting. Maybe throw in some colored you know, the creepy coloring pictures in too. But maybe next Saturday I should do a Halloween painting. I think we're all ready for the creepy vibes, right? Oh Lord, you're not lazy. You can do it. You can do it. And if there's anyone new here, I have a Messenger and I have Instagram where people can talk with me and communicate with me. There's a group of us on the Facebook Messenger, but I also talk to a few of them on the Instagram Messenger too. So if you ever try something out that I showed off in a video, you can send me pictures. I would love to see how it came out for you. Would you like to see some fall themed pictures or harvest pictures? I think Bex you would like to see some creepy pictures, huh? Me too. I love my creepy pictures. I'm a Halloween girl. I like my spookiness. Okay, so I think I might have enough red on there. But can you see how you can still see the orange in between the red? Because we're just doing layers here of color, and I don't want to cover all the orange up because we want to see in between. Okay, now I think that's good for the red. you love, you know, I like autumn, I like winter, spring, okay. But yeah, autumn or fall is definitely my jam. I love it. And I do love doing a lot of winter stuff. As you can tell on my channel, I do a lot of Halloween and a lot of Christmas. But you guys, I've been posting some pictures of my paintings. I do a lot of nature scenes too. I love nature scenes. Okay, so I think with the darker color, I went in with a brown. Okay, so I think, yeah, just like that. And I don't even want the brown to come all the way out to the edge here. It's just going to come in like to the very tips. So that, does that make sense? You want this corner right here dark. You don't do Christmas either. I say I don't do Christmas, but I do. Because we have some big families over here, and everybody wants to celebrate a big Christmas gathering. But my daughter and I together, we like to celebrate Yule or winter solstice. And so, and of course, I'm the only artist in the whole entire family, so everybody asks me to do stuff for them. So I'm constantly making stuff from other people too. Which is kind of cool. I like that people people can rely on me for stuff. I think I mentioned in my last few videos that I have a little over 150 Christmas cards to make. Thank you, Bags. You're just enjoying watching me? Do you think you would try something like this? At least once? Just so you can say, yeah, I did it. Thank you, Miss Southern Belle. It is. It is a lot of Christmas cards. Well, there's 3 people requesting them, and they are paying me for it. It's not like they like, hey, can you make these for me? And not, yeah, they're gonna pay me for it. But they like my handmade Christmas cards, and they always get a lot of compliments on them when they hand them out, so they like it. And two of the ladies out of the 3 that I'm making cards for, they're teachers. Well, one used to be a teacher. She now works at a like an old folks home. But my daughter's the teacher too, and I guess the school that she works at, they are very gift giving around the holidays. So this year she's like, please have the Christmas cards and the thank you cards all ready for me to go, so I don't have to stress about it. You're super talented. Thank you. And this is one of the more simple watercolors that I have done. Very, very simple. If you go check out my shorts on my YouTube page, I have a whole bunch of other watercolors that I have done and have posted shorts about. I also have them on my Instagram too. I go watch doggies, some really cute, adorable doggies on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and so I do a lot of painting when I'm there watching the dogs. And so then I just will post pictures or little shorts about those, and so there's a bunch of them on there if you want to see. Okay, I think that is looking good. Okay, so now we are going to want to do this bottom part right here. And so we're going to take the smaller brush that I showed you at the beginning and load it up with black, and we're just going to kind of like do grass strokes, okay? So here's the little paintbrush. This is a number 2. Okay, I've got my paintbrush all loaded up with black. And so we're just going to do little tiny grass strokes. And I don't make them straight all the way across. I kind of give them a little curve. Because if you go out in nature and look at grass kind of like curves from one way or another. I'm just going to do this all the way across. And then when I'm done doing that, we're going to go back through and do longer ones. Oh, okay. I gotta take a break and get a drink of water first. Okay, back to it. Hello. Let's see, we have a new person there. Is that Zen? Zan? Orange Zen. Am I saying that right? If I get anybody's name wrong or I don't call out your name when I see it, it's because I have dyslexia. I don't know if anybody's noticed, if you've been watching me for a few years, but some words are harder than others for me to say, but if I say it enough, then it does get easier. I'm trying my hardest not to hit the... My paintbrushes are kind of long. Can you see? And so when they're straight up, when I'm trying to paint, it kind of hits the camera. Okay, so... see... I think I might switch to a different paintbrush here. I had to get a shorter paintbrush out. Okay, that works. Now my paintbrush isn't hitting. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm going back over and I'm making a little bit longer and a little bit more skinnier. I'm kind of just letting my wrist do like a flicking motion, like that. Okay, so now my next step is we're going to make some really long ones. And these are going to be like long pieces of grass or like, oh, what are they called? Wheat licking strands. And it's okay to cross them like they would in nature. I want some to come like off the side of the page too. Is everything still pretty easy? Oh, there's Misty. Hi, Misty. I'm glad that you made it. Okay, so now that we've got our long strands, we are going to put some, it's kind of like little lines going upwards, kind of, but at a diagonal, kind of like this, causing that look of the tip of the wheat. Does that make sense? Some of these things. Alright, so I'll bring it up to the camera so you can see. How are you doing this evening, Misty? Do we have all of us in here now? We got Misty, Bex, Gwen. I think we're just missing Silverman Creations. How's it looking so far? Am I still explaining everything okay for you? I'm okay, Misty. I went to Dollar Tree today, and I posted a video on all the goodies I got. So you guys should go check that out later. It's still really smoky in the valley, like really smoky. And so It does bother my eyes a little bit. Thank you, Gwen. It is looking good, isn't it? But do you think I picked out a simple picture? You think beginners could do this? It's like Bob Ross. Thank you. I love Bob Ross. I mean, who doesn't, right? You know what? I gave my father a watercolor painting for her Father's Day this year. I even framed it for him and everything. That was one of the things he said. He's like, "Are you gonna become the next Bob Ross?" And I was like, "No, no, 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 no." But it was funny that he said that. It looks simple until you try it. Okay. Watch the. Let's see. I think I want some longer, skinnier strands here, just sticking out. There's Martha. Hi, Martha. Martha, I'm doing this painting that you liked. You'll have to watch the replay if you want to paint along with me. Because we're just about done. Well, we're getting there. How are you doing today, Martha? You're okay? Cool. You're doing pretty good? Good. Did you do any crafts today? I saw that you showed off a doggy coloring book. Or it wasn't really a doggy, just a new coloring book. And it was really cute. I liked the animals with all the flowers. It was adorable. And then I saw everyone's video on the, is it the Goblin Challenge with the release the Kraken? They are doing awesome. I love all their, especially Misty. So she's got a little story going on with hers, and it's super cool. Okay, so I think I got the ground where I want it. So I think we're done with the ground. Now, I guess if you wanted to, you could stop here. But we would like just a little something more, just something to make the picture pop, right? So we want these little birdies in here. Just little outlines, like a shadow, like a flock of birds are coming your way, and you're just sitting in the grass watching, you know, feeling that cool autumn breeze on your back. So, last time I did use a paintbrush to put them in, but you know what? You can use a Sharpie too if you want. And we're gonna do some really small ones right up in this corner, and we're just kind of gonna do like that. Like these ones up here are farther away, and the farther I go down, we'll make them slightly bigger, like they're coming towards you. Thank you guys. So yeah, I think we can make some of these a little thicker. I think that's enough birds, right? What do you think? So I kind of missed that one. Go up. There you go. Looks pretty done. Thank you. Okay, so it's pretty much done. So now, at this point, if you're happy with your painting, like I am, you can, let's see if we can pull this up. So we're going to start taking that washi tape off the sides. Okay? Just watch this magic here. Look at that clean edge right there. It frames everything really nice. So there you go. What do you guys think? It's all done. That was simple enough, right? You love the grass. You know, my favorite thing to do when I was a little kid was set out in the backyard, because we had trees out in the backyard. And we kind of are, my childhood home kind of set on top of a hill a little bit. And so I sat underneath the trees in the grass. I mean, the view wasn't quite like this, but it was pretty cool. And the favorite time to do that was fall, because the air was crisp in the evenings. Thank you guys. So I hope I explained everything simple enough. So if I decide to start doing this on Saturdays at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, Um, what kind of things should I go back and forth from doing a coloring page to doing a painting, just so I can get some coloring in? Because sometimes it gets pushed aside with all the other things I do. And I have all these wonderful coloring books. So maybe next Saturday I should do a coloring page, and then the Saturday after that do another watercolor painting. Does that sound good? Whatever I want. Thank you, good. Um, yeah, I think that would help me get some coloring done. Thank you, Martha. So I still need to do, Bex is doing her creepy coloring. And I still haven't done mine for this month. And I really need to. So maybe I should do it next Saturday. Make it a live. So who would join me with some creepy coloring on a live stream? And Misty, I know you love to paint some watercolors, huh? So yeah, so I think that's what I'm going to do. Next Saturday I will do a coloring page, and then the Saturday after that do another watercolor, and I'll try to keep the watercolor layouts simple until most of you guys get a hang of it. Watercolor your coloring book. You know, I've done a few of my creepy coloring pages for Bex's challenge. I have done watercolor on my page. I have. So those turn out pretty cool. Thank you, Gwen. And did you guys, how many of you saw that I posted a thing for the October? I'm going to do a challenge in October, an ATC October challenge. How many of you saw that? Because I think it'd be super cool if you all join in. Gwen saw it. Gwen, are you going to join in? I'm also going to do a giveaway. I think it's going to be super fun. Good, Gwen. Okay, Martha. Cool. PewDiePie Designs. Okay, Laura. Awesome. So yeah, Miss Southern Belle, I posted a video explaining my October ATC challenge for the whole month of October. So I could try to send that link to you. So what is it all about? It's every day in October you gotta make an ATC and show it off in a video. You can make it off camera and then just show it off on video, or you can make it on video if you want. And you have to use the prompts that I have daily. And I have one set of scary prompts, and I have one set of just fall or harvesting. Because I know there's some crafters on here that don't like to do spooky stuff, but they like to do fall stuff. So that's why I have 2 set of prompts. And you don't have to do both prompts. You just one or the other. So it's really fun. And for the people that can do it every single day, I'm going to go off the point system, so you'll get a point every day that you post a video. And for the people or persons that have the most points will win a prize. Misty's excited for it. Yay! I explained it a little bit better in the video that I posted on it, so if you guys can try to find that. Or to make it easier, I'll post the link of that video in my community section again, just so it's at the top and people can just click on it and watch it. Can you do a short? Yes, you can. It's considered a video. Yes, you can do a short on it. Is it a journal? No, it's not a journal. It's just ATCs, an artist trading card. So it's a 2.5 by 3.5 card that you do some artwork on. Miss Southern Belle, do you know what an ATC is? Now, I am going to make a journal that I can put them in, so I'll make that probably next month and just have it ready. It's just going to be a journal with a bunch of pockets in it, so in October when I do my ATCs, I can just put them in my pockets in my journal. No, you don't know what an ATC is? Okay. Well, like I said, it's ATC stands for Artist Trading Card. And it's just a piece of paper that's an 2.5 by 3.5, and you just decorate it. I learned about these a few years ago, and I thought they were super cool. So they were originally designed so artists can trade their art with other artists. But I know some of our other paper crafters use them as ephemera pieces, or you could put them on the front of greeting cards, or it could be a writing space and a junk journal. Oh, we have another person that will join. Cool, cool, cool. So I will mention it 2 more times in August, and I will mention it 2 more times in September. Well, maybe I'll do 3 times in September. So the closer we get to October, I'll keep reminding everybody, referring to the original video that I posted, and just so people, get that reminder in their heads. Because I know, gosh, if you're like me, we get busy with our everyday lives and kind of forget some of the challenges we meant to join. Miss Southern Belle. You'll try? Awesome. I would be so excited if you did. Are index cards the right size? No. So you know what a playing playing card looks like? Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I have one handy. Just like with the girls, like what the ladies have been sending to me for my birthday. Okay. So this is an ATC. And it is, wait, I'm measuring the wrong end. Okay, so it is 3.5 by 2.5. Okay, and it's just a piece of artwork, and then most of us will put information on the back, or you can leave it blank. But you can see how different these all look. It's just a piece of artwork. See, here's Gwen's. Here's Sugar Ray Crafts. She did really cool. So, and then here's one that did like a Christmas piece of artwork. So you can do, I mean, whatever your imagination wants. It's pretty cool. Cool. And there's a lot of YouTube videos online too. If you just type in ATC cards, you can find a whole bunch of people doing them and decorating them on camera and stuff. It's pretty cool. Thank you guys. I love learning. I do too. I don't know how many hours I've spent online learning about new stuff. It's amazing. It's probably why I'm so obsessed over arts and crafts. I love learning stuff too. Alright guys, I think I'm going to call it a night. I hope I explained the painting quite well. Thank you so much for tuning in and supporting me, guys. You guys are amazing. I love this community. Yeah, deck of cards. Most people make theirs on a deck of cards. Yeah, awesome. You all have a great evening. Thank you so much, and I will be back on a live stream next Saturday to do a coloring page. Okay? Thank you. I love you all. Let's see if I can do the heart today. Is that what it looks like? There we go. I did it! Kind of. Love you guys. Alright, have a good evening.